this is Matteo from Spotahome Milano, and today we're in Via degli Scipioni, very close to Milano Porta Venezia. In order to show you a shared apartment with 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a shared kitchen, which is structured on 2 different levels, so the 6th and 7th floor. It is accessible both through the stairs and through this cool vintage elevator that you can see here just behind me. So now let's just go ahead and let me show you around. So the door leading to our apartment is just here, and as we go through it, we have this lovely entrance hall. On the right hand side we have this long corridor leading to the kitchen and to the stairs which lead to the upper floor. While over here we find single bedrooms with bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2. Through this other part of the corridor we have bedroom number 3 and number 4. Here we have the first and main shared bathroom, while on the upper floor, the 7th, we find the 5th bedroom, which is a double one, the only one of the apartment, as well as the 2nd bathroom, which is an ensuite one. So we can just begin our tour with the lovely kitchen, which has a lot of light and space. It comes with a large living room as well. It's a beautiful open space with plenty of light. The kitchen is super spacious and fully equipped, nice and modern. We've got a large double sink. Here at the bottom you got room for the rubbish, some drawers to store the cleaning products. Here we find already some utensils provided. A cabinet down here to store other source stuff like food. Here we have the cutlery provided with the apartment and some more drawers with additional utensils. Another compartment here at the bottom, and on the side we find a large oven. While on top of it we have a very large gas stove with 6 spots, so you can cook with several people simultaneously. On the opposite end we have this nice cabinet with glass doors and several shelvings. There are some containers already provided. Here in the middle doors we find a set of pots. And there's again more room to store the food. There are some mochas of different sizes. One in this other cabinet we find a set of plates, glasses, cups and mugs, so all the necessary for breakfast as well. Just close to the door leading to the kitchen we have the large fridge, which is a very modern one. So it's deep and spacious with a built-in freezer right at the bottom. Also through the kitchen we access the shared balcony of the apartment, which is just past these French doors. It is an interior one. We also have a little cute table, and we do have some strings here to dry your clothing outside. We're overlooking the interior court of this residential complex. You can really tell how nice and quiet the surrounding is, despite being in such a central location, just 2 tram stops or walking distance from Milano Porta Venezia, where you have both the Passante train station as well as the underground stop of line number 1, which is a direct connection to the city center. Now over here in the living room side of the kitchen we have a comfortable armchair as well as this colorful blue couch, from which you can enjoy the flat screen TV, which is hanging there on the wall. Just behind the couch we find this nice glass table with 4 seats. A cool prints there like on the wall. While underneath the stairs we find these built-in cabinets where you can store additional stuff. So they go all the way down to the first step. So we can now just head upstairs to the 7th floor in order to show you bedroom number 5, which is, as we mentioned, the only double one of the apartment. There's a lot of privacy with this one, as it is on a totally different floor, the very last one of the building, separated through this door, and it comes with 2 single beds, as well as 1 desk for each of them. Behind them, at the head of the beds, we find bedside tables. We have this cool golden paint on the walls. Built-in wardrobes on both sides. So we have one here. It's very deep and spacious, as well as another one on the opposite end. Again, very spacious as well. This bedroom comes with 2 balconies, so that's the main one over there, and there's a smaller one here on the side, so you can use it either for storage or whatever you like. Well, this is actually larger, so you can even just sit outside and chill in the sun. We're still overlooking the interior courtyard, just like the previous balcony. And this bedroom also comes with its private ensuite bathroom, which is accessible just underneath this air conditioning unit. We've got the box shower with its hose and foldable doors. A sink down here with a mirror on top of it. There's also a little window there for ventilation. Well, down here we find both of the toilets, the bathroom and bidet, with another little window here just facing the secondary balcony. So we can now turn back and go downstairs, back to the 6th floor. In the meantime, you can notice these beautiful textures on this wall. It's a very stylish apartment indeed. We have some vintage touches, such as this cool lamp on the ceiling. And now going back through this main corridor, we can show you some additional space, which is coming with these built-in wardrobes with large doors and built-in shelvings. So there's 2 sets of them. In the entrance hall, which is very large again, we find these vintage chest of drawers, as well as a couple of spare chairs. So we can now begin the tour of the single bedrooms, starting with bedroom number 1, which comes with a standalone wardrobe here in this corner, which has a built-in mirror in the middle one, some shelvings in here, a round table just on the side of the single bed. All around the apartment we find these cool writings on the walls. There's a library in that corner, while on the opposite one we have a spacious desk with its chair. And behind the door we even have an old-style fireplace, which is not in use, but it's still a very cool decoration to have in your room. Bedroom number 1 also comes with the access to a private balcony, just through these French doors. And all of the windows of the apartment are double layered, so we have a double set of them, which provides a very good sound isolation. So just through that street you can reach Porta Venezia, which is only a few hundred meters away, just through a couple of tram stops. But we also do have one just out of your doorstep, right there, as you can notice. There's 2 of them coming, so you have plenty of connections to the rest of the city very easily. But again, you can also just walk to Porta Venezia in under 5 minutes, I reckon. And over there we have plenty of facilities. That's also the very beginning of Corso Buenos Aires, which is a popular shopping district. And we're now exploring bedroom number 2, which is still a single one with a standalone wardrobe, identical to the previous one. A large library just on the side of this desk, with its chair with wheels. There's a single bed again, another set of prints on the wall, and a bedside table. While the windows are sharing the same view as the previous balcony. We have some of the skyline of Milan visible from here. Going past Porta Venezia, you also have the Giardini Pubblici Indro Montanelli, which is a very nice spot for outdoor activities. Now here we have bedroom number 3, which is very large, with a vintage standalone wardrobe, very spacious and high. We found a super large desk, or also a table as you want to see it, with a built-in drawer and its chair. Plenty of space on here. This bedroom also comes with its private balcony, still an exterior one. Even in this case we have the double doors, so a double set of glasses, providing sound isolation. So that's the line number 19, this is the 33, and this one going past is again the 19, so on the opposite direction. So plenty of public transport networks, as you can guess. On that other corner of the apartment, of the bedroom, pardon, we have another tall library with plenty of shelvings a large bedside table on the side of this single bed. On the ceiling we find a light with built-in fan, and down here we have a chest of drawers too. So this is the fourth and last bedroom that we can show you today out of the 5. Again, a very spacious and luminous bedroom with a large wooden table, a single bed on this opposite side, and a set of shelvings just at the head of the bed, with another tall library here in this corner, just on the side of these luminous windows, which are in this case interior ones. So we're directly overlooking the balcony which belongs to the kitchen on this nice and quiet interior courtyard. On that other side of the bedroom we find a vintage standalone wardrobe with again plenty of space. Most of this stuff is going to be taken away, I reckon, by the time the tenants can walk in. There's a built-in mirror in the middle one and a set of drawers at the bottom. As a second last step, we have the main shared bathroom, which is indeed used by bed number 1 to 4, with a bathtub and shower. We've got the curtain which you can pull. Over here we find a large sink with a huge mirror on top of it, and at the bottom we have the built-in compartments for the hygiene products. On the opposite end we have both of the toilets. This is just a little window for ventilation, still facing the interior courtyard. And on that end we find a set of drawers and cabinets with these foldable doors. So the only last room of the apartment left to show you is the laundry room, which is also very cool to have. So in here we find an additional sink, some racks there to hang your clothing, and some storage compartments on that side. So here we have the ironing board, vacuum cleaner, racks to dry your clothing, and some cabinets here at the top to store the cleaning products. So a very beautiful and colorful apartment indeed, super luminous too, in a very cool and central location close to Porta Venezia, so with all the facilities nearby and quick connections to the rest of the city through the tram and the underground line number 1. And with this we showed you everything, so thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao ciao!